Y'all want to talk about some weird shit? Let's talk about some weird shit. Let's talk about the fact that Dr. Martin Luther King is in Fortnite. Yes, Dr. Martin Luther King is in Fortnite. And will also be dancing, because dancing's fun. Alright, so shout out to my friend Reggie for telling me about this and telling me I should make a video about this, because if you hadn't, I would have just not known about this, because as someone who used to teach middle school, I fucking hate Fortnite. Used to hear about it all the time from my students, no matter how little I wanted to hear about it. So yeah, I have a personal vendetta against Fortnite, but I'm going to try to leave that out of this, and we're going to try to focus on the facts, the very weird facts. The main fact being that, yes, Dr. Martin Luther King is in Fortnite. I know. But yeah, so, where do I even want to start? Okay, I guess I'll start with the facts. So August 28th was the anniversary of the march where he gave the I Have a Dream speech. And to commemorate that, Fortnite teamed up with Time Studios, which is the film and TV division of Time Magazine, to commemorate Dr. Martin Luther King's speech in Fortnite. Because apparently Fortnite is trying to do a thing where it's not just a game where you go around shooting people. We're going to come back to that, by the way. They're trying to do a thing where, like, you can go to concerts and watch movies and other shit. They're like, oh, well, let's go make a thing where you can see Dr. Martin Luther King's speech. And that's basically what happened. So, yeah, it's weird. Now, let's talk about a few problems. There's a ton of problems. Let's just talk about a few, alright? First of all, Fortnite is known as a game where you go around shooting people. I know they're trying to do other things, but that is what you don't normally do in Fortnite. How did Dr. Martin Luther King die? He got shot. Now you can see where some problems begin to develop. To be honest, this whole thing comes across as just very exploitative, but we're going to go further into it, because this is weird, and I wanted to make a video, because I haven't in like 3 weeks, because I've been working like 6 days a week, and I just started a new semester of grad school, but all that aside, yeah. So, the idea of the event is, it's kind of like a museum. There's like little side quests. I know they actually said that in the article, though. I'm sorry, y'all. That are kind of meant to be like interactive parts of the exhibit, and then you can go watch the speech. So, first of all, when they did this, they forgot to disable emotes. Now, emoting, like throwing tomatoes, is an emote. There's a lot of different dance emotes. You can see how these things would be very disrespectful at the march where Dr. Martin Luther King gave that speech. It gets worse. We'll come back to that. They eventually disabled the emotes. Except if emotes were part of certain DLC packs, licensing issues meant they couldn't disable them. Which, promise not to hate me for this. I'm just delivering the facts. They did not disable the whip emote. Really bad. Yeah. It's bad. There's also the fact that... Alright, let's just get away from all the problematic shit. Actually, one last thing. This comes across as very exploitative, like people are trying to make a profit off of Dr. King's legacy, and most of the executives at Epic Games, which makes Fortnite, and Time Studios, which contributed to this, are white, and they stand to make money off of it due to publicity and other things. This comes across as exploitative, trying to make money off of Dr. King's legacy. So there's that. It's exploitative. They didn't think about disabling emotes, and when they did disable emotes, they forgot about the whip emote, which is really bad. Really bad. Let's also just get into the fact that if they wanted to do something for racial justice, they picked like the one part of black history that everyone knows. Everyone knows that Dr. Martin Luther King led a huge march in Washington, D.C., where he gave a speech about having a dream of a better world. We know that. That's like the only part of black history that everyone knows. To be honest, it's like the only part. You know, if they wanted to actually educate people on this stuff, there's a lot of options that don't involve rehashing the one thing that everyone knows about. They could have done something for Malcolm X. They could have done something for the Black Panthers. They could have done something for Rosa Parks. They could have done something for so many other people that were involved. Or, if they really wanted to honor Dr. King's legacy, which it's kind of hard to honor Dr. King's legacy when the sentence exists that Dr. Martin Luther King is in Fortnite. That just itself does not allow us to honor his legacy, but move aside to some other shit. Now this is just me. This is my weird claim, my weird hill to die on. I don't want to be downplaying how incredibly powerful that speech is, because I Have a Dream speech is, of course, his most well-known. But Dr. King had a lot of other amazing speeches, lots of letters, essays, other really powerful words that are less palatable to us white people because they speak more directly to the issues that honestly still exist. Issues of mass incarceration, police brutality, inequitable schools, there's also the housing segregation, lots of stuff. There's lots of racial inequities in our society that Dr. King spoke very directly about. But we focus on the one where he dreams of something better, which is good. We have to dream of something better, of course. But if they really wanted to educate people on Dr. King's legacy, what about some of his other work? Some of the other stuff he's done that we could learn from, that our world can use to heal? Nah, let's just put in the I Have a Dream speech, give ourselves a little pat on the back. Hey, look, we're fighting racism. Go on our day and hope we can make some money off it. Right? Right, Epic Games? Right? Whole thing's fucking weird. Whole thing is strange. I'm not really sure what else I want to say on the topic. It's rubbed so many people the wrong way. And, you know what? Let me bring in just a couple other facts out here. So his daughter, so Dr. King has 3 children, 2 sons, 1 daughter. One of his sons is in charge of the estate that it cares for his intellectual property. That person did sign off on it. I can't speak for him or why he did this, but he approved this. His daughter, Bernice A. King, has distanced herself from it. She is not involved with the intellectual property of her father. She runs a nonprofit museum honoring his legacy and other social justice work that he was involved with. And she has publicly distanced herself from this. That should speak to itself, to be honest. When his daughter comes out saying, I am distancing myself from this event, that's a problem. There's a lot of tweets, there's a lot of people going on about this, so I guess I'm joining that, but I wanted to make a video. And overall, this just feels like someone, specifically white people, because those are the people involved with the CEOs of Time Studios and Epic Games, profiting and exploiting Dr. King's legacy without actually doing anything to educate people on the broader issues as they are still prevalent in our society. Police brutality, mass incarceration, housing segregation, inadequate schools, all of these are still problems to this day. And they could have chosen to try to educate us about that. They could have tried to put on, Huey P. Newton, Malcolm X, so many other civil rights leaders. But nah, let's take the one thing that everyone already knows, put it on the big screen, and let Superman and Rick Sanchez, I'm not kidding, those are actual skins, that there's video of these skins on people's avatars watching that. Let's forget to disable emotes, because we just can't think of that. And, this just comes down to the fact that when people do things, we need to be aware of how we're going to come across. While it would be nice to live in a world where people don't notice the color of our skin or our gender or any other signifying things about us, that ain't the world we live in. So when you do something like this, you got to think about how you're going to come across. And they didn't. and they put Dr. King in Fortnite. And that's why we're here making a video. And that's about all I got for y'all right now. It's been a weird couple weeks. This has been a very weird event. Once again, I hate Fortnite. I tried to keep it out of that. Oh, some names I came up with Fortnite to annoy my middle schoolers when I used to teach. You can call it Fartnite or Fork Knife. Both of those seem to really get to them for whatever reason. And I'm just going to leave y'all with that. Have a great day, y'all. And, like and subscribe if you want to support the stuff I talk about here. Let me know in the comments what other things you'd like to see me talk about. My channel's kind of a mixed bag. I'm still trying to figure out my niche here on this platform. Might be easier once my books are out, but it's going to happen eventually. They're almost done self-publishing, at least the first one. The second one's, we'll talk about that later. Anyways, thank you for stopping by. Like and subscribe, comment, all that shit. Don't go support Dr. King in Fortnite. Go support literally any other civil rights movement or it can be Dr. King, just not him in Fortnite. And that's all I got for y'all. It's been a weird video, but I will catch you later. Peace.